Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Day 8. Metabolism, an overview of life energy flow. Welcome to day 8. Today we dive into metabolism. Are the metabolism? It is the total of all chemical reaction that occur on living organism on the food stuff like carbohydrate, fat, lipids, proteins inside our body. What is the aim of the metabolism? The maintenance of the life of the organism. What is metabolism? Metabolism is the sum of all biochemical reactions that take place in a cell or organism on the food stuffs. Okay, these reactions can be divided into two main categories: catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism, it is breaking down molecule to release energy. Example, glucose through process of glycolysis. We produce pyruvic acid, then acetyl coenzyme that enter Krebs cycle that ended by forming CO2 and NADH and FADH that enter the electron transport chain producing ATP and water. Anabolism, it is building larger molecule using smaller units and energy. Examples, amino acids build together into a large polypeptide chain to form proteins. These processes are interconnected, so I am having a pathway that causes catabolism and produce energy and use this energy in another space to anabolism another molecules. So these processes are interconnected and tightly regulated according to the needs of your body. Thank God for this perfect regulation. Why is metabolism important? Number one, it provides energy, ATP, for all cellular activity. It supplies building blocks for cell growth and repair. It maintains homeostasis, internal balance of our cell. What are our energy currency? It is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is the main energy carrier in the cell. It stores energy in phosphate bond, in high energy phosphate bond, which are released during hydrolysis. This large energy is released when we hydrolyze this bond. Okay, for example, an ATP, we hydrolyze the terminal phosphate, so we produce adenosine diphosphate and phosphate in organic, and hydrolyzing the bond releases the energy. Metabolic pathway. Metabolic pathway, it is a series of metabolic reactions. These reactions occur in a sequential step called pathway. Okay, it often this step catalyzed by enzymes. Example, glycolysis. Number one, we update the glucose. The first enzyme added phosphate. The second enzyme added another phosphate. The third enzyme hydrolyzed this product. So we have several enzymes. Each one have a function. Each one need the work of the previous enzymes to act. So it is a sequential step. Each step is built on the result of the previous step. And all of these steps have a main goal, which is hydrolysis of the main goal, which is hydrolysis of glycolysis. So we call these sequential steps that have a specific aim called a pathway. Another example is tricarboxylic acid cycle, Krebs cycle, which is responsible for energy production and the destruction of acetyl coenzymes. Another examples is oxidative phosphorylation reaction, which can occur on two levels, commonly on the electron transport chain, where we oxidize NADH and FADH and use the energy of oxidation of this electron to phosphorylate the adenosine diphosphate to produce ATP. Okay, this commonly produced on the level of the electron transport chain, but can also happen on the substrate level. What is meant on substrate level? It is a chemical reactions between two molecules that produce large energy that is stored in high energy bond. And this high energy bond that produce can be broken and use this energy to phosphorylate the adenosine diphosphate and form the ATP. Another pathway is gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is glucose synthesis from non-carbohydrate source. It needs a lot of ATP to work. Another pathway is lipogenesis. It is the synthesis of triacylglycerol to store it in the fat adipose tissue. Key organ of metabolism. Number one, liver. It is the metabolic hub. It is our factory. It deals with all the food stuff, glucose, fat, amino acid. It is responsible for dealing with the drugs we take it and the detoxification of it, other chemical compound. It is responsible for dealing with it. Muscle. It can store energy as glycogen. It uses energy to synthesize protein. Adipose tissue. It can store fat as an energy storage. Pancreas. It regulates glucose level on the blood through, number one, sensing the increase of glucose in the circulation and accordingly release a proper amount of insulin and glucagon to the circulation. Okay. In summary, metabolism, it is chemical engine of life, fueling cells. It produces the energy that cell need. Building structure. It is not only catabolism and producing ATP, it also anabolism, which building large molecule from smaller one. And at the end, or the main end, is keeping the body in balance. Tomorrow, in day 9, we will talk about glycolysis, which means breakdown of glucose to produce energy. Thank you.